I'm Doris. I'm here to share with you about my stock account update. Today, my stock account has lost $2,822. U.S. stocks closed higher than the S&P high for the year, for the Fed meeting and inflation data. So let's first take a look at my account. Including the post-market price, the net asset of my account is $74,888.44. Today, the PL is a negative 3.37% from yesterday's gain. And today, UIX rose in the short term, which caused the UVXY, the short share of VIX, to turn down 3.86%, and I have cleared my position in this. The United Natural Gas made a gain in the market during the market and a loss in the post-market. Right now, it has a price of $6.42. SQQ made a loss of 3.46%. As a rebound of yesterday. Today, Dow Jones Industrial Average closed higher, Nasdaq Composite closed up 1.02%, and S&P 500 closed up 0.62%. Today, the auto industry and the tech industries led the gains with a gain of more than 2%. U.S. stocks closed higher on Thursday, and the S&P at its highest close since 2023. U.S. initial jobless claims beat expectations last week. Investors await next week's inflation data and the Fed's monetary policy meeting. The S&P 500 hit its record high since 2023, rebounding 20% from its bottom in October 2022 and entering a technical bull market. GameStation plunged 17.9% after Wednesday's announced dismissal of current CEO Matthew Furlong and immediately appointed Chairman Ryan Cohen as the executive chairman. DBA Capital Partnership CEO Barbara Doran said, "We're in a news vacuum. The corporate earnings season is over. The federal government's debt ceiling crisis is resolved. We're now waiting for next week's Fed meeting." And the Fed is widely expected to pause, but we don't know what will happen to the July meeting and in the future. The CPI and the producer index dates are due next week, which is really important. Investors also appear to be wait on the monetary meeting next week. There are many economic signs that inflation is falling slightly, but still above the central bank's 2% target. One of the signs of falling inflation is that wage growth is slowing down. According to the latest data, U.S. wages rose 5.3% in May from a year earlier, down 0.4% from April. According to CE's Fed Watch tool, the market forecast a roughly 66% chance that the Fed will keep interest rates stable at its next meeting. The Fed held fire in June, but a third of economists believe the agency to raise rates again in July. Economists generally expect the Fed to not raise interest rates at its June 13th to 14th meeting, the survey showed, but a significant number expect another increase at least once this year as the economy remains resilient. Fed Chairman Jerome Powell hinted on in May that the Fed may soon pause its rate hike cycle to assess the impact of aggressive tightening. The Fed has raised interest rates every meeting since March 2022. Of the 86 economists surveyed on June 2nd to 7th, 78 said the Federal Open Market Committee would maintain the federal funds rate at 5.05% to 5.5% next week's meeting. The remaining 8 are expected to rise by 25 basis points. Strong economic data and comments from some officials since May have prompted markets to digest expectations that the Fed will raise interest rates during or before its July 25th to 26th meeting. On Wednesday, the Bank of Canada unexpectedly announced a 25 basis point increase in its benchmark interest rate. This also means that after the past 2 meetings, the central bank pressed the rate hike button again. In addition to Bank of Canada, the RBA also announced a surprise rate hike in Tuesday. Earl Davis, head of fixed income and money markets at Bank of Montreal Global Asset Management, said, "This week, we saw 2 unexpected central bank decisions in Australia and Canada. Will this be scary in the coal mine? The U.S. markets are realizing that the Fed could also be a surprise." The rate-sensitive Nasdaq Composite Index led the way lower on Wednesday, as the Bank of Canada raised interest rates sharply overnight. Three major indexes closed mixed yesterday, with the Dow up 0.27%, the S&P 500 down 0.38%, and the Nasdaq down 1.29%. On the economic data front on Thursday, the Labor Department reported that the initial claims for unemployment benefits last week were 261,000 compared with 235,000 expected and 232,000 previously. That's all I have for today. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next episode.